Hello, everyone. Welcome. I have predictions for each destiny number for this upcoming solar eclipse on Sunday, September 21st of 2025. Now, energies can be felt before the eclipse happens and then up to 6 months afterwards. And this is not going to be an easy eclipse. But once, you get used to the energy of the eclipse, things will get better. And so I am here to give you, I'm not even going to call them predictions. Why don't we change it to guidance? This is guidance for each destiny number. And if you follow this guidance, you're really going to have an easier time getting through the eclipse season and feeling more at peace and harmony. So let's get started. If you're a destiny number one, you need to have compassion for those you may have turned your back on. This can also include enemies. So have compassion essentially for everyone in your life, but especially for those, like I said, whom you may have turned your back on. You need to help others and be charitable because during this time you have incredible power to relieve the suffering of others. And so this could involve anything from listening to the problems of others to helping people with chores and getting things done because you have this power to be able to really relieve the suffering of others through your charitable actions. The other thing is new beginnings could come in relationships that are long term, provided that you put in the effort and don't expect for something to materialize right away. So, don't meet someone and expect for something great and grand to happen right away. You need to put in the time. But the caveat is it needs to be a nurturing relationship. You need to not meet someone where one of you has been unfaithful to someone else from another party. So it needs to be a nurturing, loving relationship. You need to be discriminating in whom you choose to be with, but just nurture the partnership and it will grow. The last thing that I want to mention for you is don't seek admiration and attention from others. You know your self-worth, and so don't go looking for it during this time through your network connections, either through work or through your hobbies or your social group, because one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to find that you're getting attention that's not genuine, admiration that's not genuine, or you're not going to find the admiration which you seek. So turn inward during this time and find admiration for yourself, just knowing your worth. Don't go looking for it for other people. So I hope this guidance was helpful during eclipse time. And I think if you follow it, you're going to come through and be even stronger. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Hello, destiny number two. Here is your guidance for the solar eclipse on September 21st. So I want you to not go out seeking pleasure, external pleasure from other sources. So this could be, you're looking for pleasure through vacations or through fine dining or through various activities. You need to find pleasure in life that comes from a higher source and a higher state of being. So you could achieve this through deep meditation, through, long walks in nature, through finding solace. And that will bring you the pleasure that you are seeking in life, right? We're all human beings. And so pleasure is a part of what the human experience is. But during this eclipse season, find your pleasure from a higher state of being, however that looks to you. It could even be journaling. Just don't go looking for it through external sources. Now, this is not going to be something that is easy because as a number two destiny, you have deep emotions. They can be changing, there can be peaks and valleys in how you feel, but stay with this practice and you will find that you can do this and that you are able to achieve this state of pleasure through meditation and through practice, because ironically, you're not actually seeking pleasure. You are seeking a state of peace and comfort. And so stay with your meditation or your journaling or however you are trying to get to a higher state of being, and this will come to you. The other thing that I would like you to do is help others. And specifically, this needs to be the poor and the elderly. And so you could do this in multiple ways. You could provide food to the poor. It's going to be getting cold soon, so you could look through your secondhand items that you're no longer wearing and take, coats down to the shelter to help them prepare. So it needs to be something where you're helping the poor. And I advise not to just write a check, to actually go out and if you have to purchase food or something, that's fine, but take the time. So it's more about the time that you're putting in to help the poor. You can also help the elderly, even going down to a retirement community and somehow helping the elderly or helping the elderly in your life. You don't have to go do it somewhere else necessarily, just helping the older people in your life. The other thing I want you to remember is not to look to others to shine. It must come from within. What is so ironic is this is a solar eclipse, but for you, number 2, destiny, you are going to be affected the most by this solar eclipse. And so make sure that you are shining from within, not looking to others to shine. You can meet someone new during this time, but even if you are in a relationship, you are liking the strength and the way that you feel about yourself because of someone that you're in a relationship with, or someone that you may meet. You're liking how they make you feel, but they aren't making you feel that way. It's already within you. They're just reflecting that onto you. And so use this 6 months to shine from within, because you are so much brighter than you realize and that you give yourself credit for. So shine from within. And then the last thing I want to mention is there could be a new beginning in your mother's life of any kind, a new path she is beginning. It could be anything. And so I just want you to remember to have patience with her, even if it's a path she's happy about. Conversely, it could be more of a challenging health path that's ahead. Just have patience with her. And that is going to go so far in not only helping her, but in bringing peace into your life. I hope that this guidance was helpful for you during this upcoming solar eclipse, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Destiny number 2. Hello, Destiny number 3. Welcome. So for this solar eclipse, there could be new beginnings in your career. There can be a sudden change, either that you initiate or that is forced upon you, but it can bring unexpected gains and peace of mind in the long run. It is not going to happen right away. It is going to take time and perseverance and hard work. And so just know that these ups and downs are going to stabilize and just ride the wave, so to speak. But, again, there can be these sudden gains. And if you don't have a job, right, when we talk about our career, it is what we do in life. And so you may not have a career. You could be a stay-at-home mom. And so, or you could be retired. And so there is going to be a new unexpected change that happens in your life and what you realize you're meant to do. And it is going to bring you peace in the future. Don't become exasperated if things aren't flowing smoothly right away. Just know that they will stabilize in the long run. But allow the unexpected gains to come in, right? There's going to be unexpected challenges potentially, but there will be gains as well. So just remember that. There can also be a deeper commitment and understanding in your very personal partnerships. Now, this could be your romantic partner, but it could also be someone that you are incredibly close to. And so don't get trapped in the idea of, for instance, if it's a romantic partner, of, oh, you're married, that is more how you identify, or this is your boyfriend. See it as a deepening of a close connection and partnership. And so drop the label of what a marriage is or what a best friendship is and see the deeper connection that is hidden between you and the person that you are incredibly close to. Because once you do this, once you drop this label and just see them as a human being and someone that you're developing a more spiritual connection with, that is going to create a deeper intimacy. The intimacy doesn't come from, oh, this is, my husband or this is my wife. The intimacy comes from really getting deep into the heart of what things are. And so if you don't have someone that's close to you in your life, you are still meant to develop this deep rooted connection, but it's with your spiritual practice. So I want to make it clear this isn't about religion, it's about something higher. And some of us define what is higher as God. So remember, it's not religion. I'm not saying go to church more, go to the temple more. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying develop that deeper connection with spirituality and your spiritual practice. And then you are going to find an intimacy within yourself and the relationship to the world around you. And this is so important for this eclipse. And don't get frustrated if you're not developing this bond right away, because it is waiting for you to kind of unwrap and explore. And then the final thing is there could be unexpected material gains as well. And just remember to be thankful for what you are receiving. Okay, I hope that this guidance for the solar eclipse was helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Destiny 3. Hello, Destiny number 4. I have your guidance for this solar eclipse in September 2025. So, you need to get on a new spiritual path if you have not yet done so, but I suspect you already are on this spiritual path. And either it's new to you and you've really been trying to explore what spirituality means to you, or you are strengthening your spiritual path. But here's the caveat. It's very easy to be spiritual when we're sitting at home in the evening and we're lighting, incense and reading books or watching a program and thinking about being spiritual, and we're meditating, or we've just gotten back from this wonderful retreat, in the mountains, and things are great and grand and we're really feeling connected. But don't let your mind fool you. That is not the ultimate truth of spirituality, right? It's easy to be spiritual when things are going smoothly. And so, what I want you to do during this eclipse time is to bring your spirituality everywhere you go. So, when you are, waiting in traffic and someone's just cut you off, practice your spirituality then, right? Practice it in the store when, there's a huge line and the person behind you won't stop talking to you and you just want to be at peace. Practice your spirituality then. And remember that true spirituality is knowing that the universe is inside of us and that we are all one with everybody. We are not better or separate from anyone, and everyone is a reflection of us and the universe. And so I really want you to remember this while you're following your spiritual path, because you are, as a Destiny 4, you are very spiritual. There can also be a new employment opportunity, either because you are out looking for one, or one just comes to you, or you think of a new idea that you want to start doing to create money. Make sure that there is unity and balance in what you are doing, and that there is open communication when you perhaps go into a partnership with someone. And this can be, a business you're starting with someone, or a partnership with the new company you may be working for. So don't leave one area of life to go somewhere else just for money, because that's not what's going to bring you peace. Find the opportunity where there is unity and a communion between the energy of the other person or the company with you. And this is what is going to bring you peace more than anything else. It's not the money that's going to bring you peace. That's just what your mind is thinking it's going to be. That's not what's going to bring you peace. What will bring you peace is this shared ideology and a shared compassion and sympathy with the other person or the people from the other company. So just remember that. And then also in your home, you could be moving into a new home or looking for a new home. Um, or you could be changing things in your home and do this in a more spiritual way. But it is still good to bring the spirituality into your home because that will bring peace as well. Just make sure you're doing this in conjunction with being kind to other people. So I hope that these guidances were helpful for you for the solar eclipse of 2025, and I will see you soon. Thanks, number 4, Destiny. Hello, Destiny. Number 5, welcome. I have your guidance for the eclipse of September 21st, 2025. So you are a great communicator by nature, but this is a renewed time to find even better ways to communicate your thoughts, your ideas, your love. And so you need to take some time to think about what that means to you. How can you communicate better? Because you are very magnetic, you're very dynamic, you are able to communicate well, and people do listen to you. But you need to find a more powerful way to communicate because the world needs you. So I want you to start by doing this. I want you to go back and communicate your love to your family and to those closest in your life, especially your family. You can also communicate with your ancestors, even if you did not know them. They are still a part of you, and their energy is still in the world. And so maybe write them a letter and then burn it. And so just write your thoughts to them and watch those burnt pieces of paper kind of fly into the heavens. I also think it would be helpful for you to go back and communicate to others if you have done wrong. Just go back and communicate how much they meant to you in that time. Don't expect them to come forward. This isn't about getting things from the past to come back. It's about just communicating your gratitude and your love for those people that were in your life, and to let them know that you are thinking of them. And even though they're not a part of your life anymore, you still value them and the time you shared with them. You can also journal and just let this be more of a stream of consciousness way of writing. Just let it be very, very, very free and flowing. That is going to help you a lot during this time. And then vocalize your support for those less fortunate, or for people that are struggling. You can do this either through writing letters, through making phone calls, wherever it may be where you're needing to communicate something, standing up for those less fortunate than you and communicating what needs to get across to help make things better. And this isn't about the outcome. Don't be attached to the outcome. Just use your strong words to help someone. It can be very small, it can be very big. Just use your strong power of communication to vocalize and help people that need help. And then once you do this, you will gain a newfound creativity and passion in life. And so again, you're not expecting something to come in return, but you will find a new identity through your creativity. And it'll feel like a new lease on life because a passion will be ignited within you. So I hope that this guidance was helpful for you for the eclipse of September 2025, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, Destiny 5. Hello, Destiny number 6. I have guidance for you for the September 21st, 2025 solar eclipse. So there could be foreign travel for you, perhaps with your father. If an opportunity to travel with your father comes up, then I recommend doing that. It could be to your ancestral land. And so, if you're in one country, you could have the opportunity to go back to another country. But, within, say, the United States, if you live in one state, your ancestral land could, in this case, be another state. But this could also be going back to the ancestral land of your ancestors that you did not know. So perhaps you live in the US and your ancestors are from Ireland, going back there. This travel will be beneficial for you. It could be with some challenges, but in the long term, it will be very beneficial for you. I also wanted to mention to just be careful with new initiations in love. Make sure that it is for something that is higher. So don't start dating someone because you are looking to fill a void within yourself, because this person perhaps is very attractive to you or can provide money to you, or is giving you something that you're feeling you don't have within yourself. I mean, I realize to some extent that that's what we all do. That's what partners do. They're a reflection of us and bringing to us what we are perhaps needing in our life to complement us. But this is different. I'm saying don't go out looking for someone to fill a void in you, or because they are very wealthy and they can provide for you. This will not work, and it is not going to be beneficial to you in the long run. It needs to be a love that is for a more spiritual connection. Let's say there's someone that you've met and you're just not sure about them, if you're attracted to them, or they're from a different background than you. Give them a chance and see if there's something that could develop, right? Just give this person a chance. This is provided that they're a nice person, right? And then what is going to happen, ironically, is that the romantic component will fall into place. So that kind of seems counterintuitive, that you go towards someone, or there's maybe perhaps not the chemistry you were hoping for. But if you make sure that it's a more spiritual love, the romantic side is going to come into place. And so what will ultimately happen is that there will be a more whole union, because the romantic side will come and the spiritual side was already there. And so, you were looking to complete yourself in a more superficial way, but now you will become whole with another person because it was done in a way that wasn't seeking something. The other thing too with this is someone from your past could potentially come back, and provided that they are a good person as well. If you begin things anew with them, then follow this model of not being with them just for materialistic ideas, but for more spiritual connection. And so maybe begin the next chapter of a relationship with them in a more spiritual way to try to create a lasting connection. So I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you soon. Thanks, number 6, Destiny. Hello, number 7, Destiny. I have your guidance for this solar eclipse. So there could be an opportunity to travel, and there could be an opportunity to travel for work, and this is great. Just make sure that you relax as well. That's going to be very important. And then find the beauty of where you are within your new surroundings while you are on a trip. So this could mean from the interactions that you have with people that work there. And then it could also mean going into nature and appreciating the beauty of the new place. And then also, if you're going to be doing a short distance travel, whether it be for work or for a vacation, find the beauty as well in in the people and in the art in the area that you're in, and in the natural beauty of, the mountains or the river, or, wherever you are, find the beauty of the place. There could also be foreign work opportunities that would serve you well in the long run, but just know that it's going to take work to get there. It's not going to just happen easily and without difficulty. You're going to have to put in the hard work, but those foreign opportunities could be there, whether it's, you going abroad or with clients that are from another place other than where you live. And then this eclipse season, you really need to find what your dharmic mission is. Take the time to meditate on that and figure out, right? Our dharma is what we are meant to do in this life, and our karma is the actions we will take to fulfill the dharma that we are meant to do. So take some time to figure out what your dharmic mission is. And if there is a foreign opportunity, before taking it, I would, meditate on that, that it is correct for you and it's in alignment with your dharmic mission. But make sure that what you're meant to do includes helping people. So figure out what it is you're meant to do in this life and combine that with helping people. So think of it not as what can you gain materially. Think about what it is that the universe wants you to do, and then how you can incorporate helping people into that. And then, ironically, you will receive material gains from this. Because, it's great to come into the world and be spiritual, but we cannot just sit in a cave in the Himalayas and meditate all day, right? And you are incredibly spiritual. We can't just come in and meditate. We are here to contribute to the world, right? We can't sit in a cave, but also we have to find a way to sustain ourselves while we are on our path in this life. So see making money as spiritual. It is something that's going to be spiritual for you. But make sure that you realize the difference. So don't go out and think, I need to make a lot of money to have peace. So again, it goes back, find what your dharmic mission is, and that it's helping other people. And that's going to in turn bring you to the material gains that you need. So I hope that makes sense. There's a difference between just wanting to go make a bunch of money to be able to, to go take lavish vacations and buy lavish cars. There's a difference between that and then finding what you need to do, how you can give to the universe and help people, and then find that sustenance in the form of monetary gains to sustain you on your path while you're fulfilling the Dharma. So I hope that was helpful in guiding you during this eclipse season. I hope you have a good one, Destiny 7, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, Destiny number 8. Welcome. I have guidance for you for the solar eclipse on September 21st, 2025. So this is a new beginning in creativity for you. Even if you don't identify as a creative person, this is a time for creativity to come to you. So don't allow blockages to block that creativity. Drop the story that you're not creative and allow that to come into your life. Travel will help inspire you as well. And then in regards to your romantic partnerships, there could be some confusion that is coming in. Long-standing problems that may have been below the surface or didn't appear to be huge could really come to a head within your relationships. And so, provided that it is a safe relationship and inherently healthy, if you were being mistreated, then disregard everything I'm about to say. But provided that it is a relationship that is inherently a good relationship and that you are safe in, allow more compassion to come in, especially on your part. drop some of the ideas, some of the restricting ideas that you have about the other person or their relationship, and really allow this compassion to come in. Allow this softness to come in and try to get away from the daily routines and daily grind to the best extent that you can. Allow the enjoyment in life to come back in. So try to remember, for instance, when you were dating, let those feelings come back into you. And then channel that into the activities that you do. So, for instance, let's say that you can't afford to go out to a nice meal, or perhaps you don't have the time because you have kids and responsibilities. So, try to remember the feelings you had when you were first with this person and you were going on your first couple of dates, and do something at home to make it fun. So let's say you don't have the money to go out to eat. You go and get, you can get a cheap take and bake pizza for $6. You get that. You dim the lights. You light candles. You play some music on YouTube. You put on some kind of a fun movie, and you have a really nice dinner at home. Conversely, if you have younger children and can't get out, these are just hypothetical situations. I'm just throwing things out to kind of jog your creativity. Halloween is coming up, and you dim the lights and light candles and put on a fun movie. And as a family, you sit down at the table and make a menu, even though maybe you all know what you're going to have. It's just something fun to do. And so the whole idea is to find the fun again in life. And then when you stick with this, because it's not going to be easy, it's not just like doing something one night is going to solve all of your problems and kind of the difficulties that are arising in the relationship. The idea is to not take life so seriously. Yes, we have to work hard in life, but life is meant to be savored and enjoyed because we're not here for very long. I do believe that things can be solved with more fun and happiness and laughter. We are not on this world forever. And so take this opportunity, if it is a safe relationship that you don't want to see, fade away, take the time and go do fun things. And obviously, it's not just dinner. You can go out and do anything. Find a way to make life fun again and bring in that compassion and soften your response to your partner. And then also, issues could arise with your parents, either of them, where you feel they aren't seeing your side. And that's okay. We all come in with a different perspective. Just keep communicating openly with them and don't take anything personally. I think that is a huge thing. Just don't take things personally, and that can solve a lot of problems as well. So I hope this guidance was helpful for you, Destiny number 8. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, Destiny number 9. Welcome. I have guidance for you for the September 21st, 2025 solar eclipse. So this is a new beginning for you in your self-confidence, in your self-esteem. This is a really great time to begin a new workout plan, a new health regimen. It's okay to go and spend some money on yourself. Buy some new clothes, buy, some jewelry. If you don't have the money to do that, but that's what you're wanting to do, go to a vintage store, go thrifting. Take time for yourself. This could also mean treating yourself to, maybe going to get a massage. These are things, while they are materialistic, they are going to aid in your new path to building your self-confidence and your self-esteem. Because for you, once you do this and you build your self-esteem up, then you're going to bring balance to your relationships more, right? It's kind of like when you get on a plane and they say, the oxygen goes out and the masks fall. Put the mask on yourself first before helping other people, because if you're not in a good state, you can't help anyone else. That's what's happening now. So build your self-confidence and your self-esteem, get healthy, feel good. It's okay to treat yourself and take care of yourself. Number nine, destiny. I always say it is the most humanitarian number, but at this point with the solar eclipse, it's okay to take care of you. New ways of making money also could come to light right now. They may not come to fruition right now, but new ideas and ways of making money through, business ventures and partnerships, also overseas clients and partnerships could come in, and this is a good time to begin that. But they must be built on mutual trust and patience and understanding. And so if it is a client or a company that you feel like, I just don't think this is inherently a good group of people or a good client. Obviously, if it's your bread and butter, that's different. But if it's just something new and it's not your means to survive, to economically survive, then maybe skip it. The partnership can be built on trust and patience and kindness and shared values, then this is a great opportunity to begin that. Others will begin to notice you more, especially if you're single and others notice you more and you're getting more attention. That is great. That always feels good. And right, you're working on your self-esteem. That will boost your confidence, but choose wisely. This is a time to discriminate and just, choose wisely in who you decide to spend your time with, because, and you'll know, you're going to inherently know. And so that is my main piece of advice for that. And then also just stay soft in your relationships. If there should be something that comes up, whether it's your kids, your parents, your work partnerships, your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, just stay soft in how you speak to everyone, and you're going to get through this eclipse season just fine. I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Destiny number 9.